before you book that camel ride or sip mint tea in a riad, stop right here. Morocco isn't just photogenic. It's layered, complex, and full of secrets that most tourists miss. What if I told you the best meal you'll eat in Morocco comes from a nameless alley kitchen? Or that the quietest beach paradise is hidden past a dusty cliff road no guidebook dares mention? In this video, we'll uncover 10 unforgettable local experiences that will change the way you see Morocco. And trust me, you'll want to take notes before you go. Before we dive in, here's a travel tip that can save you a lot of issues in Morocco. Bargain smart, not hard. In Morocco, bargaining is expected, but there's an art to it. Instead of jumping straight to haggling, start with small talk. Compliment the shop, ask where the artisan is from, or comment on their craftsmanship. Then, offer 50 to 60% of the initial price and work your way up. Remember, smiling while bargaining goes further than showing frustration. It's a cultural dance, not a competition. Locals respect polite negotiators more than aggressive ones. Now, let's begin with some of Morocco's most important thing to know. Our journey begins with something many travelers underestimate: how time works in Morocco. Unlike in fast-paced cities elsewhere, Moroccan time moves at its own rhythm. Trains can run late. Meals stretch for hours. Even shopkeepers may close their stores midday without notice. This isn't disorganization, it's cultural. Time here is often tied to prayer hours, family priorities, or the heat of the afternoon. Visitors expecting a tight itinerary might feel frustrated unless they understand that flexibility is key. If you adapt to this rhythm, you'll not only reduce stress, but you'll also experience Morocco in its most authentic form, where conversations matter more than calendars and hospitality outweighs the clock. One of the most rewarding aspects? Taking a slow walk through the souk without checking your watch and letting each moment unfold naturally. Locals appreciate travelers who embrace this mindset. In Morocco, patience isn't just a virtue, it's an entryway to respect. Next, we explore a rule that isn't always written but deeply felt: public displays of affection. In Morocco, affection between couples is considered a private matter. This doesn't mean love isn't celebrated. Weddings and family life are cherished. But kissing or hugging in public, especially outside major cities, can lead to disapproving stares or uncomfortable moments. While Marrakech and Casablanca are more lenient, places like Moulay Idris or rural Berber villages are guided by conservative traditions. Understanding this boundary isn't about limiting yourself, it's about showing respect. It allows you to interact with locals more meaningfully because you've demonstrated cultural awareness. What's interesting is how locals express affection subtly, through poetry, gifts, or gestures like offering someone the sweetest date or the freshest cup of tea. For visitors, it's an invitation to experience a different, more intentional way of connecting with others. By observing and learning this cultural standard, you're not just being polite. You're showing you care enough to fit into the rhythm of daily Moroccan life. From cultural gestures, we move to one of the most visible signs of respect: modest dress. Especially in towns like Fez, Taroudant, and Tiznit, how you dress shapes how you're treated. Moroccan dress codes don't demand perfection. They ask for thoughtfulness. Women travelers who cover shoulders and knees often find they're treated more respectfully, while men who avoid shorts and sleeveless shirts are less likely to attract unwanted attention. You don't need to wear a jalaba to blend in, but light, breathable fabrics that cover more than they reveal show that you're not here to impose your ways. You're here to engage with theirs. One small detail most guides forget: if you're visiting a mosque or religious site, bringing a scarf or shawl is helpful, even if you're not required to use it. This simple act can open doors, sometimes literally. Locals may invite you into spaces typically off-limits because your awareness shows humility. Dressing modestly isn't about restriction. It's a bridge to trust and genuine conversation, especially in areas where tradition and hospitality still guide everyday life. Have you ever traveled somewhere that made you rethink how you present yourself out of cultural respect? Share your experience with us in the comments. Now let's explore places we can visit in Morocco. We begin in the Rif Mountains, just outside the blue town of Chefchaouen, where one of Morocco's best-kept secrets flows quietly through the forest, Agdz Waterfalls. This destination isn't part of most tourist itineraries, but locals know it as a cooling escape from the northern heat. The trail to the waterfalls winds through cedar trees, stone bridges, and freshwater streams. Hikers are rewarded with a series of natural pools and the stunning Grand Cascade, a waterfall plunging into a calm basin below. What makes Agdz special isn't just its beauty, it's the peaceful atmosphere. You won't hear vendors or tour guides shouting. Instead, you'll find Moroccans picnicking, swimming, and enjoying slow time with family. This place operates on local rhythm. It's also where the famed Agdz Bridge is located, a natural rock arch that spans a deep gorge and offers views down into the canyon. Bring proper shoes and water. The trail is not strenuous but requires a steady pace. If you want to experience Morocco like a local, this is where to begin, away from the noise, close to the earth. Leaving the mountains behind, we traveled to the windswept Atlantic coast just south of Essaouira. Here lies Sidi Kaouki, a village that feels untouched by time. It's not polished or curated for travelers. There are no resort chains, no tightly packed itineraries. Instead, what you'll find is quiet, wide beaches, traditional guest houses, and the hum of the wind that draws surfers and kite surfers from across the world. While Essaouira is known for its art galleries and fortified Medina, Sidi Kaouki offers simplicity. It's the kind of place where a bonfire on the beach is the highlight of your evening. The waves are steady but not aggressive, making it ideal for both beginners and experienced surfers. You can also ride horses or camels along the beach, guided by locals who still make a living from the land and sea. This is where you begin to understand how Morocco balances beauty with restraint. There are no souvenir shops lining the sand, just the Atlantic, the dunes, and the scent of tagine drifting from beach cafes. Come here if you need a break from the schedule. Stay longer if you want to understand what it means to live by the ocean, not just visit it. Next, we go far from the usual tourist trail, deep in the Guelmim region, where the Tigmert Oasis quietly thrives. This remote stretch of southern Morocco doesn't rely on flashy markets or large crowds. Instead, it draws travelers with its calm rhythm and deep-rooted culture. What sets Tigmert apart isn't just the greenery that cuts through the desert, it's the people. Here, semi-nomadic tribes like the Ait Musa still live in earthen homes, herding animals and crafting their daily needs by hand. Staying in one of the local eco-lodges, travelers get the rare chance to share meals, stories, and traditional tea ceremonies with hosts who view hospitality not as a service, but a cultural norm. What makes Tigmert truly special is its silence. No traffic, no vendors, just the soft wind through date palms and the occasional donkey cart rolling by. Visitors can walk through the groves, Learn how water is shared via ancient Katara channels, or join a simple cooking class using fire pits and clay ovens. It's not designed for tourists. It's lived, and that's what makes it worth experiencing. The real Morocco isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers. What's the quietest, most meaningful place you've visited? The kind that made you stop and listen? Let us know in the comments section. From the stillness of Tigmert, we head to the Atlantic coast, to a city that feels like it stepped out of a different century. El Jadida, once known as Mazagan, is unlike any other Moroccan destination. Built by the Portuguese in the 16th century, its fortified Medina is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But you won't find the same tourist flow here as in Fez or Marrakech. The streets are wider, the pace slower, and the vibe more relaxed. Locals still fish off the ancient ramparts, while children ride bikes along the seawall. But the city's real gem is hidden beneath your feet. The Portuguese cistern, an eerie underground chamber with vaulted stone arches, was once a water reservoir, and now it's one of the most hauntingly beautiful places in the country. The reflection of its single shaft of light in the shallow water creates a quiet, surreal atmosphere that filmmakers and photographers have long admired. Visitors can step inside without a guide and explore it alone, something that's rare in Moroccan landmarks. But El Jadida offers more than the cistern. Its beaches are calm and clean, perfect for afternoon strolls or fresh seafood lunches. What surprises most travelers is how little El Jadida tries to impress. It's not curated for visitors, it simply exists, unchanged. And that authenticity is its charm. It's the kind of place you'll talk about later and wonder why more people don't go. Our journey continues into the heart of the Draya Valley, where the unassuming town of Tamgroute reveals a cultural legacy that most tourists overlook. Known for its distinct olive green pottery, Tamgroute is one of the few places in the world still producing this ceramic style using traditional methods passed down through generations. The color comes from a unique blend of copper oxide and clay, and you can witness artisans firing each piece in sun-baked earthen kilns behind their shops. But there's more than just pottery here. Tamgroute is also home to one of the oldest Quranic libraries in North Africa. Sheltered behind thick mud walls, the library holds over 4,000 ancient manuscripts, some dating back to the 11th century, written in Arabic and Amazigh script on gazelle skin. This quiet desert town once served as a key spiritual and scholarly center along caravan routes that crossed the Sahara. Today, visitors can respectfully enter the library and glimpse centuries-old texts on astronomy, theology, medicine, and law. What makes Tamgroute truly stand out isn't just its history, but how it quietly preserves Morocco's intellectual and artisanal heritage without spectacle. It's a destination where you don't just shop or sightsee. You observe, learn, and connect with a rhythm of life untouched by modern tourism. For travelers who value depth over surface, this stop reveals Morocco's wisdom in both form and philosophy. From the quiet alleys of Tamgroute, we head into the stark, otherworldly beauty of Jbel Saghro, a volcanic mountain range tucked between the high Atlas and the Sahara. While most travelers head straight for the snow-capped peaks of the Atlas, seasoned trekkers and photographers are drawn to the jagged contours and dramatic silence of Jbel Saghro. Unlike the tourist-heavy trails of Imilchil or Toubkal, This range offers unspoiled terrain, wide open skies, and a raw sense of isolation that is deeply grounding. Jbel Saghro is known for its reddish-black basalt rock formations, sculpted by time and weather into towering cliffs and winding canyons. The lack of vegetation gives the landscape a lunar quality, and hiking through the region feels like stepping into another dimension. Along the way, you may pass nomadic Ait Ata Berber communities who still follow seasonal migration routes, herding goats across the rocky plateau. These encounters offer a rare glimpse into Morocco's living indigenous traditions. One of the most stunning experiences here is watching the sunrise from Babna Ali, two massive stone pillars standing like silent guardians over the valley. As the first light hits the rocks, the landscape glows in burnt orange and purple hues. It's not a flashy moment. There are no crowds, no tour buses, just wind, rock, and light. That's the magic of Jbel Saghro. It's for those who want to feel small in a place that's vast and real in every direction. Next we go in the laid-back coastal town of Mirleft, where the rhythm of life slows down to match the Atlantic tide. Located between steep red cliffs and long, untouched beaches, Mirleft is a favorite escape for Moroccan artists, musicians, and surfers. Unlike the busier towns of Taghazout or Essaouira, Mirleft has avoided large-scale development, which keeps its charm intact. Visitors often come for the calm, but stay for the creativity and warmth of the local community. Here, paragliders take off from craggy cliffs as the ocean stretches endlessly below, and seafood grills fill the air with the scent of freshly caught fish. It's the kind of place where you can sip mint tea while chatting with local artisans, then walk 10 minutes to a beach where you might not see another soul for hours. The absence of major crowds makes Mirleft ideal for travelers seeking a quieter, more personal Moroccan experience. But what truly makes this place stand out is its natural fusion of sea and mountain, turning every sunset into a living postcard. We now turn inland to the dramatic landscapes surrounding the Ouzoud Waterfalls. Located in the Atlas Mountains, the falls are a well-known day trip for travelers coming from Marrakech. But what many miss are the natural caves and swimming pools that lie beneath the main viewpoint. While tourists cluster at the top to snap photos, a short hike down the side trails leads to cooler, quieter areas where locals go to escape the heat. These limestone caves, carved by centuries of water flow, offer a unique place to relax, especially during the warmer months. Some even have natural stone ledges where you can sit and enjoy the spray of the falls without being surrounded by crowds. The water here stays surprisingly clear and fresh, perfect for a midday dip. Nearby vendors may offer tagines cooked in the open air, and you can enjoy them with a view of cascading water just a few feet away. The best time to go is early in the morning or just before sunset, when the light hits the water just right and the area quiets down. If you only experience the falls from the top, you're missing half the story. Exploring the base, caves, and pools reveals why Ouzoud isn't just a sight to see, but a place to feel, to slow down, and to engage with Morocco's landscape on a deeper level. From the inland dramatic landscapes, we move to the southern oasis town of Agdz, known as the Valley of 1,000 Palms. Located at the start of the Dra Valley, Agdz is more than just a stop on the road to the Sahara. It's a quiet village where life moves to the rhythm of the river and the seasons. Lined with traditional kasbahs and ancient irrigation canals, this region has sustained desert life for centuries. The palm groves here aren't planted for show. They provide shade, food, and materials for everyday life. For travelers, Agdz offers a rare look into rural Morocco's relationship with the desert. Visitors can explore the ruined Kasbah Tamgroute, once an important stop for trans-Saharan traders, and hike along fertile paths where villagers still farm the land using traditional tools. One of the most interesting aspects of Agdz is how few tourists come through, yet it's perfectly positioned for an overnight stop between Ouarzazate and the deeper Sahara. What makes Agdz so rewarding isn't its flashiness, it's how it holds on to its way of life. For those seeking real local culture, this is where Morocco slows down and welcomes you in. From the palm-filled valleys of the south, we climb into the remote high Atlas Mountains, to a village where tradition and celebration intersect, Imilchil. At first glance, this small Berber town may not seem like much, but every September, it becomes the site of one of Morocco's most unique gatherings, the Imilchil Marriage Festival. Rooted in tribal customs, the festival is where members of the Ait Hadidu and Ait Yaza tribes come together to seek matches, often after months of family negotiations. For travelers, witnessing this event is a rare opportunity to see how love and social customs work hand in hand in tribal Morocco. But even outside the festival season, Imilchil holds something few travelers know about, its twin lakes, Tislit and Isli. Locals say these lakes were formed from the tears of two forbidden lovers, and though the story is symbolic, the lakes themselves are striking. Set against rugged mountain backdrops, the air is crisp and clear, and the quiet is only interrupted by the occasional sheep or donkey. It's not easy to get here. The roads are winding and remote, but that's part of the appeal. This isn't just a scenic photo op, it's a place that tells a story of tradition, emotion, and endurance. For anyone curious about Berber culture beyond the tour buses, Imilchil offers a compelling, personal connection to Morocco's heartland. Have you been to Morocco, or is it on your bucket list? What secret spots are you most excited to explore? Or maybe you've already found a hidden gem of your own. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories, tips, or questions. And if you're planning more adventures this year, don't stop here. Check out our next video, Egypt. Exploring Egypt without a guide? Is it worth the risk? It is packed with real travel insights and smart tips to help you go beyond the guidebook. Click here to watch it now, and we'll see you in the next one.